It's the old days, my old ways, my history iconic. We here to talk about Durk, yo, Schmirk, yo. What's happening? BK back in the building, back in the room. Hey, anyways, Durk Wan's judge removed from murder for hire case trial, whatever it's called, over death threats. Now, bro, I feel like we've been talking about this forever. Again, hopefully this shit happens. This trial happens in January of 2026. We will see. If it got pushed back, I don't know. Am I know? Unbeknownst to me. But we just gonna get into it, bro. I ain't gonna waste too much of your time. So, anyways. Like, subscribe to all that ish, you know what I'm saying? Big K Beezy. Appreciate the support recently as well. Appreciate y'all. Thank y'all. Lil Durk is currently behind bars on charges related to an alleged murder for hire plot. Murder for hire plot. I'm too black, bro. I be slurring everywhere. And his trial is supposed to begin in January. Lil Durk's legal drama continues, and now his team accuses prosecutors of keeping important information to themselves. All Hip Hop's Grouchy Greg Watkins exclusively reports that they're demanding a magistrate judge, Patricia Donahue, be removed for the case. Allegedly, 4 disturbing voicemails were left on her earlier this year. In them, the mystery caller mentioned Durk in particular, along with his co-defendant, DeAndre Wilson. They made it clear that they want both of them released, also allegedly threatening to unalive Donahue. If they get life, I'ma burn this MF down, they allegedly declared. I'm talking about the world. I'm gonna burn it. Burn it to the ground. Okay. Don't get me wrong, I'm not telling them to take death threats lightly, but at some point, I feel like number one, it comes with the job. Number two, say yeah, they got our friends. Motherfuckers love them as artists and rap. Like, yeah. I believe DeAndre is OTF Day Day, by the way. I believe that is him. I don't know this nigga's government, but anyways. It only took a few days for the FBI's Joint Terrorism Task Force to get involved. The defense, on the other hand, allegedly didn't hear about the incident for several months. Durk's motion also cites an alleged threat made against AUSA Ian Yaniello, big dog, if I mispronounce your name, I'm sorry, and those working at the courthouse in April. His team argues that the alleged concealment of this information is a violation of his due process rights. The integrity of criminal prosecutions depends on transparency and impartiality. Attorney Drew Fiddling writes. Here, both were fatally compromised because these violations strike at the core of due process and the constitutional guarantee of receiving fair hearings in front of any impartial decision maker. Dismissal is the only adequate remedy. Lil Durk is currently in prison on charges related to an alleged murder for hire plot. Prosecutors allege that he hired multiple people to fly from Chicago to Los Angeles with the goal of unaliving Quando Rondo, aka I like to call him Quandrius Rondrius, in 2022. Quando Rondo and his cousin Savia Lil Pab Robinson, I hope I said your name right. Also, RIP to Lil Pab, RIP to K.A.Vuitton. Were targeted in the Los Angeles gas station shooting. Quando Rondo survived, but Lil Pab succumbed to his injuries. Lil Durk's trial is scheduled to begin in January. Hey man, at this point, my nigga, like, listen, I understand his lawyer's trying to do his best, trying to get Durk off of this. And honestly, they might have a good case here, and they might even get some time knocked off, or even get these boys out of there. But like, I just don't know, bro. Yeah, listen, if you magically, miraculously, I ain't talking about no miraculous ladybug, but if you get out this shit, my nigga, enough. At some point, like, hey, again, we can't speak for the guys around you or the people you came up with. If they gonna try to go do some stupid shit, hey, that's their business. But like, bro, you just gotta remove yourself from it. I know Vaughn passed or whoever passed this sad. I know you got the mentality from the block. You gotta spin. You gotta do all that. You don't want these people smiling, having a good time. You lost your mans. I understand that perspective. I ain't mad at you for that. But even with that happening, bro, you gotta learn how to move. You bigger than that now, bro. You could put your partners in your position to get out the hood and better their lives. You bigger than that. You don't need to be doing all that. I understand, bro. Feelings is a bitch, is a motherfucker. But you also got to think about who gave a fuck about you, who care for you, and who the hell you helping in the position you in. And you really got to think about that. A lot of the time we don't think about that. We just let the feelings or the anger or whatever just take us there. But you see, that's a perpetual cycle, and you just making that perpetual cycle known, and you stuck in the box. But you got to take yourself out that box. It sucks. I know. But you got to realize, hey, you could do what you want to do to that motherfucker, but it ain't going to bring your partner back. And if we're going to be fair, King Von was on some bullshit. Like, again. But I get it, bro. We from them environments. Like, we know people who have unalive people, but it's still love. We still cool with them niggas. So, I get it. But, bro, we got to be fair. That's why, hey, as jarring as Booney Mo's thing was, at least he said, hey, listen, I know what it is. Somebody gonna try to take my life. At least he was like, I know that shit coming for me. You can't expect me to do what I did to them people and a person not try to do that to me. So at least I could respect, not even respect, but at least he wasn't naive. I know we sit here and we root for the bad guy, whatever. We watching like fucking Scarface or Narcos or whatever the fuck we want. And again, they're not terrible people. Sometimes you had to do what you had to do to survive. I do equate some of that to some of the things some of these narcotraficantes or drug dealers or whoever have to do. Don't get me wrong. I don't assume they would want to do that profession by choice. But they could pick any job in the road. I don't think they would do that. But in general, like, bro, like, at some points you do also got like, you might be doing bad to do good for like your family or whoever, but you're still doing some bad and you're still hurting other people, and other people might have an issue with that and they might try to come do something to you. And people gotta understand that, hey, we in science class and we taught every action has an equal and opposite reaction. But a lot of people don't hear that mental and think about it. But yeah, that's really what it is. So Durk, if you magically get out of this, it doesn't mean you ain't street, doesn't mean you ain't gangster. But like, bro, you just gotta try to put your peoples in your positions and do what you can for them boys in the hood. Like, go speak at some of these impromptus or something, bro, because you're a testament. You're a way out. So you're an example. And sure, it might have took you a while. A lot of motherfuckers look at Durk as a new artist. This nigga been around since like, what, 2012? So like, he been rapping for like 10 plus years, but it be like that, gang. It really be like that. So I would hope you can get out. Again, the lawyers gonna try to do their tricks to finagle themselves out. But like, bro, if you had any responsibility for this shit, my nigga, like, come on. And also, bro, it's like, if them niggas really book the flights on the company car, they, now for real. Like, come on now. If you really gonna do some shit. Because that's gonna come back to niggas so easily. But anyways. What do y'all think about this? Comments down below, links in the description. Besides that, it's your friendly neighborhood K.A. signing off for today. The Black TJ there while they're doing this thing. My name ring bells like Quasimodo. Hit like, subscribe, you trying to hit a little bit more to hear me. I'm gone. Slimes and peace, guys, gang.